Thanks a lot. You look nice. Thanks a lot. What do you think of living in New York City? Just fantastic. Yes. Do you come here a lot? Yes, I live in an apartment here. Oh, really? Yes. My wife and I have lived in this apartment for perhaps 7 or 8 years. You know, when I saw you and some of your pals coming down the 6th floor corridor this afternoon, I could feel how strong your presence was. I just can't picture you strolling around this city without being surrounded by people. Are you having difficulties with that? Not really a problem. You know, I don't shut myself up. I like being free. I like New York City. You go out and talk to people. Yes, I go to the movies. Yes, I do all of that. I like to go. Do you think they come right up to you, or are they a little bit when I saw it and some of the other staff members? I thought, oh my God, and you kind of want to stay away. Well, there might be trouble. No, not a problem. No, I like meeting new people. Yes, that's what my music is all about. You know, yes. I was talking to you in the makeup room about a TV show you did in 1969. I think it was just the Johnny Cash show, done in Nashville. Yes, I did. This is arguably one of the best music shows ever, right? Thanks a lot. We did a total of 60. In 1969, we did 10 summer replacements for a show called Operation Entertainment. We did 2 seasons after that, 70 and 71, from the old Grand Locker House. It was the first network show to come out of Nashville. And wasn't it mostly music? Some talking and music. Yes, it was. Yes. No one is coming out in duck suits or anything. It was all yes. No, we truly did it the hard way. In the summer, the temperature in the building would go beyond 100 degrees, and there was no way to cool it down. It was really ancient, but the facilities were nice. It's nice. Who did you have on the show? We had almost everyone. Bob Dylan was on the show. We had Louis Armstrong, Bob Hope, and Maha Jackson. We had folk singers like Jack Elliott, Pete Seeger, Glenn Campbell, and Waylon Jennings. We had Peggy Lee, the country artists, and everyone else. We also had celebrities like Kenny Rogers on the first edition of the show, which was their first time on a network. The Who and Creedence Clearwater Revival were also on that show. They were on my show for the first time. This was some serious business, wasn't it? I don't remember any other event from back then that was as open to a wide range of musical talent. Music is for everyone, and even though I'm a country musician and it was a network broadcast, I wanted to see some folks on the show who I knew the public wanted to see. Yes, I brought this magazine because I heard that every time you have a country musician on the show, you send them to the office of Country Music Magazine to learn everything you can about them. I just handed you the newest issue. Oh, good. But that's really sweet of you. Hey, do you chance to have a piece of this thing? Is that okay? No, I don't. Now tell me more about the tale you told me earlier about how people would come to your house in Nashville one night to do the show. They might stick with that, which was in January 1969, when Bob Dylan was there. He was staying at your residence. He was working on his Nashville Skyline album. And that's when we spent a lot of time in the studio together. They've been selling that on the black market lately. But anyhow, Dylan was there, as were Kristofferson, Joni Mitchell, Graham Nash, and Shel Silverstein. And I told you that Joni Mitchell sang Both Sides Now in my house that night for the first time. You Graham Nash sang Mary Cash Express. Shel Silverstein wrote a song about a boy named Sue. And Bob Dylan sung Lay Lady Lele. Kristofferson also sang Me and Bobby McGee. Oh my goodness. It was the first time anyone had heard such songs. That was good gods. Did you eat snacks? I tell you what, when we come back, you're going to sing something for us tonight. Sure, I'd love to. I want to do a new song for you. It was Kris who authored it. Fine. We'll talk about that and some other things for a moment. We'll be back with John in a minute. Okay, you all are fantastic. They're great, and tell the people who we've added here tonight. Marty Stewart works with me and plays the mandolin, guitar, and fiddle. Tonight, he's playing the mandolin. What are you, John? What are you going to sing? I wish to sing a new song by Kris Kristofferson, and I've been working with Willie Nelson, Kris, and Waylon Jennings a lot lately. And I think Kris has written the best songs he's ever written in the last several months. I've written down 2 or 3 of them. I'd want to do one. This song tells a story. It's based on the movie The Grapes of Wrath. Here Comes That Rainbow Again is the name of it. Okay, people, Johnny Cash. Here comes Rainbow again. Music. A little bistro on the side of the road was the setting. The waitress was cleaning the floor with a broom. 2 truck drivers are having coffee, while 2 kids are playing by the door. How much do those candies cost? They asked her. How much do you have? She answered, we just have 1 dime between us. Them's too far a cent. She lied. And the thunder made the day feel heavy, and the wind brought the smell of the rain. Isn't that just like a person? That Rainbow is back again. After the youngsters went outside, one truck driver told the waitress, them candies ain't too far a penny. What's it to you? She said. They finished their coffee in silence, got up, and said farewell. Hey, you left too much money, they said, and the thunder and the smell of rain on the wind made the day feel heavy. Isn't it just like a person? Music. That Rainbow is back. Waylon Jennings, music. Applause. It's nice to see you. Sir, come out here and sit down. Great job, Johnny. Very great. Just great. I don't know what to do with that. Just throw it here. Very great. Oh my goodness. I like this now. This is good. Thanks. Was it just about a year ago when you were here? I suppose it was around a year ago. Yes. And at the time we were talking about, there was a moment when you 2 were housemates. Yes. Now, where did this happen? What was a first? Let's get Johnny's Orecolot. The Madison Apartments in Madison, Tennessee. I had the apartment, but he relocated. Yes. Well, you did. I cleaned and you cooked. John, I'll never forget what you said. I've never seen anything so amusing before. When you used to come around, those were amazing times. You know, excellent biscuits. Yes. You know what? There's an interesting article in here on Ernest Tubb. You know what I wanted to say? I guess, while you were here, Johnny wasn't feeling well. I was genuinely worried about him, you know. Yes. He did well in the end, though. Not feeling well. You were that when I was in a rehab for drugs and alcohol? You were in the hospital? Oh no, I was still high. You were done with them by then. Oh yes. I might have been off of them. But there was a time in my life when the only person who would talk to me was the Lord, and the only lady who would have me was Betty Ford. That's where I ended up. You make an interesting point, you know. There is a short item about it in one of the New York City dailies. I'm trying to offer you a chance to ask me about all that. I'm sorry. What? Go ahead. No, do you want to talk about that? Not me. Okay. Go ahead and say what you want to say. Tell me whatever you want to know. What I want to know about it. No, not at all. What do you want to know? No, you are go ahead. I think what you have to say is probably more fascinating than what I have to say. I had nothing to say. Really? I was only kidding. No, you weren't. Okay, I wanted to say this. 1 out of 6 people don't want to hear about drug and alcohol abuse and how to stop it. They don't want to hear that. Not on this show. No, not this woman, though. You know, I'm curious about what Waylon said about you being off drugs when he was on the show but still being on drugs. So, in a way, this is your first time on the show, right? Yes, this is the first one I remember. So, I'm not sure we got our money's worth that night. You probably got more than you expected. But in any case, everything is fine in your life again. That's great. How long did you live in this haze and blur? How many years? I remember most of what happened. There were times when I blacked out and took drugs. I would always find an excuse, like when I had a fractured bone and took mood-altering medicines. But how often would you break a bone? Well, I kept I had a hammer in one pocket and painkillers in the other. Nope. I read a story about myself in one of these papers not so long ago that said Johnny Cash was on painkillers that changed his mood due of his cowboy boots. He had backache because of the high heels. And I never thought about that either. Do you know what? I thought about all the reasons we provide for doing drugs, like when your wife left you or when she didn't leave you. It's an excellent cause to take drugs if your dog died, your dog didn't die, it's Monday, or it's Saturday. There was a legitimate reason to take medications for anything. I started taking them in 1958, as you asked, barbiturates with amphetamines. 1958. Yes. 59 to get up and come down. You know, and then I handled it pretty well for a while as he can do. But pretty soon it's like the alcoholic drinks out of the bottle and finally the bottle starts drinking out of him. The pills were starting to take me in 1967, but with the aid of June, my faith, my religion, and my resolve, I was able to stop. I was able to quit for a long time, but a fractured bone made me start taking painkillers again. They made me nervous, so I would take something to sleep and then something to wake up in the morning. You know, I have to be a psychic. Kris Kristofferson was here not too long ago, and he appeared to say that he was no longer on autopilot and that things were a little clearer to him. Did you notice a major change in how well you did things when you got them all sorted out? Yes. Writing and yes, of course. Yes. I remember everything that happened in the last 14 months. It's a lovely existence. A straight life is now. What does this do? Do you have a tale like this? Was this very much how it went for you? For 21 years, practically all the time, I was on narcotics, and like John, I had occasions when I blacked out. But I also recall a lot of it. I've been off for almost 11 months now. That's good. Don't mess it up now, you two. Okay. No, I'm not going to. 11 months. I wouldn't change anything. I swear I wouldn't alter anything. And I mean, oh no, and I had it bad. Well, 21 years, yes. That's not simply a casual flirtation. It's like Paul Kennerly, a Nashville-based songwriter. He is from England, and he asked me how many medicines I took every day. And I informed him that it was more than $1,000 a day. He said, "Don't you think that was a bit too much?" Oh my gosh, oh my God. You won't believe what it can do for your taxes too. Yes. Now, I'm betting this is going to be one hell of a concert. This is Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash from tomorrow night to Sunday night. Is there anyone else we should talk about on the show? Jim Carter and Jesse Coulter. Oh, so you all are being watched. That's not a horrible concept. Hey Johnny, it was great to meet you. A lot of fun. And Waylon, it's good to see you again. You can come back anytime. We need to stop here for station IDs. We'll be back with Leon Spee.